Weight of War Run Series, Part 3, Mindset. Today I'm going to be talking about the mindset that I used in last year's run, that I'm taking into this year's run, and the things that I'll be going through and the reasons that I'm going through this throughout the journey of the run. Now, this is a culmination of part one's vulnerability with the budgies and part two's the weight with the weight vest. Now, when it comes to mindset, or more specifically, when it comes to my mindset around this run, I can most simply put it as, when I'm doing the run, I'm running raw. The mindset behind running raw for me, I'll explain in a moment, but let me first explain what running raw is. Running raw, very simply put, is once I strip off my clothes, just down into the budgies and with my weight vests, the only protection I have is a pair of sunglasses. And that's mainly just to hide the pain that will be coming out through my eyes that everyone will be able to see. Not really, it's just there so I can obviously have my eyes protected from the sun. But I know people will be asking, well, why aren't you wearing sunscreen? That is a personal preference. I just don't like getting sunscreen in the eyes. It stings, I'm a bit of a sook like that, and it's one less thing I want to have to worry about while I'm running and absolutely busting ass. Now, running raw to me, first, before we get into that, I've had a bunch of runners that have asked me, and people that haven't run but are runners ask, what do you do to prep against chafe, to prep against the vest, and to get you through the run? Simply put, nothing. I do not wear any anti-chafe. I don't strap around where the hot points will be for the vest and on my feet, and I don't take any gels. Now, just to let you know and be honest, I did take one gel last year, absolutely hated the feeling, won't be taking any this year. I didn't like how it felt in my mouth, and then I didn't like I had to battle with the gel, it was just, I'm not a fan. So 100% raw this year. Now, the reason behind that, and what I want to get into with mindset, is there are a few things that fuel me throughout this run. The first thing is, as I'm starting to run, and it's hot, the vest is on, I'm starting to hurt, that is what then starts to fuel me. And it starts to make me angry, because I know at the end of this run, I'm able to take off the vest, I'm able to sit down, I'm able to enjoy a nice cold beer with everyone that's come down to celebrate, and that's it. That's the end of my pain. That's the end of what I'm having to go through then and there, as soon as I cross that finish line. What isn't fair and what makes me mad is that we have veterans that are not able to remove that pain. They're not able to quite simply put on a band-aid fix. They can't put on a cream. They can't put on a bit of strapping, and they sure as shit can't take a gel and just watch the anxiety and depression just melt away. It doesn't work like that. And that is why it is a fueler for me through the run. And what I want to let everyone else know that is running and that is watching is that this isn't compulsory. This is just something that fuels me, and this is what works with my mindset and that keeps me going. It's not a sustainable mindset, but in the run, it is sustainable for me. I would never say let anger fuel anyone. It is not healthy, but this is what gets me through. And it's what reminds me of what our veterans are suffering from every single day. And the simple point is they don't need to suffer from this. There are programs out there. There is Survive to Thrive Nation's program, and it is having stellar results. Over 6,000 veterans have gone through this program. Out of all veterans that have finished the program, there has been 0 suicides. So it has gone through 2 clinical trials and come out the other end and been absolutely hailed. So why aren't our veterans able and exposed to something like this when it comes time to discharge, when they're going through the discharge process? And this is what we're fighting for. This is what this run is about in order to raise awareness around the program and around the good it does for our veterans so we can stop this suicide epidemic. We want to help our veterans that go through any sort of mental health. And like I've said in the previous parts of these series, is that my form of mental health when leaving defense was the sudden loss of identity. Now, I was able to, when I say quickly, obviously in a time space, within that kind of 6 to 12 months, I was able to reform my identity, find a new path. Some others aren't able to, and it's those crucial first 12 months that we need to get on top of this, that we need to forge our veterans' new identities, not forgetting their old, but pushing forward into a new direction, creating a new identity, and having purpose to be able to drive forward. That's what this run is about. It's about raising that awareness about that. Now, I'm not here, guys, to tell anyone that they need to run, that are coming down, that they need to run raw. No way. You come down and just have a great time, and that's what it's all about. But that is my mindset and the reason behind why I'm doing that. I was fortunate enough at the time of this filming, so this morning, to hear one of the guys from Run Army, Webby, say that he was inspired when I spoke to him about why I do this and the running raw. He was inspired to do his first ever 21Ks, which he's coming down to do on the day. And that is huge. I've been able to inspire one other person, whether it's through just my own stupidity as to why I do things, or if it's genuine. Either way, I'm happy and I'm glad he's coming down to do that. So huge shout out to Webby for that. But guys, just remember, no matter what distance you choose, no matter what workout, anything it is you're doing in your life, there is a point where there's a finish line, where you're able to have a rest. It might just simply be the end of the day after work. It could be at the end of a project or assignment once that's finished. Whatever it is, there's generally a finish line. You've got something to work towards, and once you've hit it, you're able to rest. We're able to kick our shoes off at the end of the day, put our feet up on the couch, and able to forget about a bit of our worries until the next day. Sadly, our veterans aren't able to do this, especially the ones that are suffering from mental health. They can't quite simply finish, walk over a finish line, and then forget about any of their issues from there. It's a little bit tougher than that. So guys, if you have it within you and you're able to donate, we would absolutely appreciate it. For every $1,000 that's raised, we're able to sponsor a veteran onto the program. This is 100% at no cost to the veteran. They do not pay a single dollar. All of this money that we raise goes to sponsoring veterans onto the program. There are veterans waiting to get on the program, so the more that we can raise, the more veterans we can help straight away. So anything that you have, anything that you're able to contribute, it would be greatly appreciated by both myself, the team at Survive to Thrive, and every single veteran that is getting onto this program. And guys, I completely know this time of year, it is getting a little bit tough when it comes to money. So if you are unable to contribute, that is fine. There's no pressure. If you're able to share this message, share what we're doing, or even just come down and have a beer with us, that would be enough. That would be amazing. We would appreciate anything and everything that you can do. So guys, just a quick recap. My mindset into running, it's about running raw. It's about putting myself in the shoes of what our veterans are going through, physically in this case, not just mentally. And it's remembering that I'm fortunate and we are fortunate enough that when we cross that finish line, when we decide that it's time to stop, we can remove that pain, be it the weight coming off our shoulders from the vest or just chucking a pair of pants on after we've finished the run. We can get rid of it that easy, and our veterans can't, which is absolutely gutting, and it's also needless. They don't need to be feeling that way. We have the proven program to help them. So guys, if you can help, we would absolutely love if you can donate. If you can't, absolutely no stress. If you can share the message, that is just as good. The more people we can reach, the more notoriety we can get, the bigger this movement can become, the more we can help our veterans and stop this suicide epidemic. Thanks so much, guys, for listening to this series. I really appreciate it. And guys, if you can make it down on the 3rd of December to Felons, we would love to see you there, either running or coming down and having a beer and telling your story. Thanks, guys.